All right, hopefully everything is working fine and transitioned over. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when we're joining us from. Cosmic here. Welcome back to another round of Chaos Zero Nightmare, working on our Hilde build. And otherwise, I hope everyone has been enjoying Season 3 so far. Hopefully you have, by now, have figured out the seasonal cards themselves and are finding some new combinations that are working with your teams. Now, as always, Jesus, Frost, thank you very much, brother, for the 101 months. Good Lord. Bow to you as well. Totally lost my train of thought there. So, hopefully y'all are enjoying the season, is where I was going with that. So, I'm going to say this at the start as well for those that are not on Twitter or in the Discord or what have you. I think a lot of people hopefully a lot of people by now have heard that I am looking to get into trading card games again. Again, for those that don't know, I spent 12 years creating trading card game content, and thanks to, well, actually part thanks to winning an event more than anything, I was able to pay off the deck and what have you. I'm basically getting to play Riftbound for free because I just have my one deck. The challenge now is that I'm trying to find the best way to find what locals works into my schedule so I can obviously keep this as the main focus, keep up with season updates and all that good stuff, but also not go insane like I have been for the last almost a year straight of basically doing nothing but work and content, which again, I don't mind as much because I've been doing it for so long, but there is definitely a little bit of a work-life balance aspect to be considered. So that's why we weren't streaming last night. Today is a little bit later because I went to go. Well, also for those in Michigan, I guess it's now too late. Hopefully you voted if you're in the state, because our polls just closed. And if you are in the States, I hope you are doing your civic duty as well to get out there and go vote. Check with your local polling offices and what have you, or check Google when your voting day is and all that good stuff. But where I was actually going to continue, and I just realized I'm not sharing my full screen. There we go. So for those who maybe missed the last stream, we are trying to work on doing a couple more builds for Hilde. One of them is going to be the OTK build, which we are currently in the middle of refarming, making sure it all works. And then the other one is going to be just a generic fracture support for Arabella to make sure that we can hit the ground running once her kit is fully revealed and all that good stuff. Yeah, the home screen is a lot. I can't leave that home screen up for too long. I don't want YouTube to yell at me or anything, but it is nice to have his focus. But one of the other main things is that with Orlea's nerfs, we really do want to see how much we can actually ramp up the damage, knowing that we went from and again, this is just my like point of reference from a different OTK video that I did, that if you look here, the softy retain was going up to almost 900%. And as many of you know now, the softy can only go up to 350%. So we are actually getting quite a bit less damage. Now, the question remains of how quickly can we stack up the archetype and event horizon to the full value, because that will be like the last, big buff that we can do for the deck itself. So that is kind of off to the side as a reminder. And then I actually need to farm the right desire cards, because I've kind of forgot where that's left off now. And otherwise, I am fighting for my life because I ate something bad at work, and I should know better at this point to not eat things at work, but clearly I have not learned my lesson yet. Right, and this one we didn't have inquiry. Okay, so the rest of this is correct. Oh, I guess this should have retain on it as well. I'm gonna see if that actually matters or not. I don't want to spend too much divine resources on a deck that's, not gonna matter. But I don't think we did Orlea yet, right? Oh no, we did. Okay, so we need So we need 5 inquiry. Okay, hold on. I gotta actually figure out where we're at with this. Because this was my work in progress, and I obviously already screwed this up, so we have to farm Typhera. And we have this card. So we need a 2 claim, 1 inquiry. Right? Because then that would be... No, 1... Hold on. No, I said 5. Yeah, 5 inquiries. So we need a 1 inquiry. Well, I guess technically, so now we have the option. We could actually do 1 inquiry, 1 claim, 1 control, or anything else that we wanted. I think we just keep with this, right? Yeah, I think I'm just building this again on Orlea would be... Or, I'm sorry, Typhera would be best. Because if we do this, it's exactly what we need. 5 inquiry, 4 claim, which would get both triggers. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is what we're going for. So we're going to have a shit ton of negative debuffs. We're going to get the extra draw from the inquiry, and then we're still going to have this damage card on Hilde. Okay, so we screwed it up, but we were able to fix it. Yeah, I am very... Well, we know what... actually, no, sorry. All the home screens are revealed, right? We do know what Arabella's home screen is. That was previewed in the dev stream. Olga's, though, thankfully, Olga's I will not get in trouble for. Oh, you're missing your gallbladder, though? Oh, God. That's no fun. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. And I say that, but the reality is, if I eat my own food at home and, like, I eat the stuff that I always eat, everything's fine. It's any time that I go to work and they cater something in for like as them catering lunches is basically the incentive. It's supposed to be the incentive for us being okay to drive an hour into work so we can go into the office and be a part of the collaborative space. I couldn't care less. Now I do work with people in that office, to be fair, so I actually did get to see 2 people I haven't seen in a minute, so I guess that was nice, not to like just talk myself out of it, but is it worth driving an hour, you know, every morning and then losing an hour on the way back? No, it's absolutely not. So I will always complain, but free food, you know, is supposed to make things a little bit better, but unfortunately, it did not. Yay, free crystals, let's go! Do we have any policy? Oh, yes, we do have policies left over. I guess let me just burn these really quickly. And I definitely know I should be spending, like, more time working on the, all the combatants ones, but I can't be bothered that much, man. Yeah, so it's 1 hour one way every day. Part of that is because of construction. Part of that is just because I work in a major city. It is what it is. What am I looking for? Oh, no, potentials. We need to just burn some stamina. Oh, whatever. She doesn't need a partner, man. But yeah, it's not fun. And obviously, as y'all might imagine, that definitely impacts the time that I have for content creation and other things, because in was it April? I forget if it started with our new fiscal year or it was like right after, but many of you might have noticed that I got forced into going into the office twice a week, which very much impacted how much content I could do through the week back in like April going forward, and that's just kind of in the status quo now. Now, if my manager is out or he has holiday or something, then I can just stay home because nobody else is really going to care. So, you know, that's nice when it works out, but it's not always the case, as you might imagine. Have I seen the dual Eternal Hunger Hilde going around? Yes, but my immediate response to that is, why are you wasting Hilde like that? Like, the teams that you need that on, you could just use Nia and not have that much of a difference, right? It's kind of a... Like, yeah, sure, obviously Hilde is better because you work in the ionization buff as well, but... Other than needing, like, the you know, if there's some new build that you... Or I guess no, because it still counts as Season 1. So you don't even get the Great Rift... You don't even get the Great Rift bonus, right? Because you do Season 1 again. So, like, there is nearly no reason to ever farm Eternal Hunger Hilde. Other than you never had Nia, you're a new player who is joining the game. Like, build whatever teams you want, I guess, but... Because here's the thing, like, I wouldn't recommend that over, like, full-scale offensive either, right? Like, there's an argument where, oh, well, maybe you want 2 different teams that need Eternal Hunger. No, build better decks. That's what I would say. And just use Hilde as either more damage or more draw or whatever you need, just naturally baked into her kit. And then if it's a case of the Great Rift, you probably want the bonus points, right, that you get for just using a Season 4 deck to begin with. So it's a... I appreciate that it's people who are revisiting, like, that same core deck idea and just kind of redoing it. But at the same time, it's like, man, is this really worth a team slot? Because I have to assume that anybody who's been playing for an extended period now has Nia. It can just go run Nia on a team for a very similar benefit. Okay, so this means we have to... Oh, you know, I totally forgot we have Chaos Delegations to use, too. I did not use my Chaos Delegations yesterday. I just realized that. Oh, you know what? We never got... Wait, do we have enough for a draw if we do a basic? Nope, never mind. Oops. Clicked out of it. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely be buying all this stuff as we do all our delegations eventually. And again, still have not done Nebula Distortion because I'm trying to finish these decks first. Still have not done Story either. For those who have done the Story, what did you think about it? I have heard good things so far. Where's Chaos? There it is. Oh, it's a 15. You know, it's a 15, but that's fine. Okay, fine. I will give you a partner. Right, it's technically not cleared yet. I feel like Heidi is still going to give this. This is why I have not done this one yet, because I can just clear on this for... Like, right, we're never going to be able to get the full value of... This goes up to 13, right? We're never going to get the full value of having, like, the Divine copy and getting 4 copies of Divine, so it's perfectly fine to go on difficulty 7 and just farm, like, tier 13 or something. Especially if you're lazy like me and haven't got the Chaos Delegation done yet. Or the first clear for the Chaos Delegation. No, we do not want that. Remove 2 cards, sure. You like the story? Good, good. Yeah, I got told myself I was gonna do it over the weekend and then just got tied up with other stuff. Wait, where is my... Okay, hold on. Go back to this. I gotta make sure I don't mess up the deck that I farm this time, so I know what I'm looking for. We'll just take extra rewards on the other one. I mean, you want some type of defensive armor just to get a little bit of healing, but I am sure we're going to replace it for the debuff armor if we can find it. We really don't need a desire card for this one, so cool. We got all of our removal out of the way. Or no, sorry, I forgot we remove creation destruction in this build too. Yeah, I definitely, well, one, I need to do sortie still. I will admit that I'm a bit behind on that, so, oops. This doesn't get ephemeral though, right? Exhaust. Like, sure, we could put like a divine on this for like morale or something, but I'd rather just cut it anyways. We don't actually want... we don't want any attack cards, right? Because we don't want to burn the... we don't want to burn our vulnerable buffs. What did I just say? Claim inquiry. Sure, we can change our base card later. That's fine. Base removal. Make sure I'm not crazy, right? Because it's form convergence, dual creation, event horizon. Yeah, so that we get one more free. Mike, there's no epiphany we can take, right? Because everything. I mean, okay, you know what? You could take the retain, I guess, to not have to remove the card, but like, why not just remove the card? Like, one less card to play out and worry about, right? Is also another way of thinking about that. And I don't think we have anything worth meditating yet, so we're good to just keep looking at this. But yeah, I'll also say, like, it's kind of just in an awkward spot in general, right? With the season where all the... I shouldn't say all the builds, because obviously if you're not doing a seasonal team, you don't need to worry about it as much, but because we have so little information on Arabella's kit, and what that ultimately means is we are going to completely change how much AP we need, what type of buffs we need, and all that stuff, right? That nearly no matter what, assuming that you want to min-max it out, you're going to have to refarm whatever build you have done before her release. Now, once we get her kit preview and we know what desire cards we're ideally going to want on her and all that stuff, then sure, it's fine. But for right now, it's like really hard to recommend people. Like, legitimately why I put in the build document, like, do not build this yet, because I have a pretty good feeling that her fracture build, right, is going to change. Yeah, and also, I guess, good call out as well that before we know what the Great Rift mechanic ultimately is, could feel really bad, because maybe there's going to be a shield payoff, right? That you're going to want new neutrals to consider as well. So there's a lot of, which I'm going to be totally honest, also like really kills my vibe. I was actually just talking to Bree about this too. It's just like, because I got busy with stuff over the weekend, or because I had to do those the extra desire videos, right? It's already too late to do my Hilde videos. I'm going to anyways, because I still want to do like the showcase. But we're at that point where like people have either already got a good enough deck together and they're just waiting for the new character or waiting for the patch, or they weren't doing anything this patch anyways until they know what they need to farm for Arabella. So right, like we have what? So it'd be 2 weeks. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So we basically have 2 weeks from today to just not do anything other than your dailies, like, right? So it just has this really bad, feels bad situation rather. So again, I'm going to finish the Hilde videos. That's why we're streaming and doing this run today. But like, outside of that, this is where I really wish I had a second game to cover, because like a lot of people, like if I am being open and telling y'all not to go farm, like don't go crazy farming decks, like get usable ones just for the sake of it. Like, I don't want to go build decks myself because I just know that they're going to change anyways. What did I say? I said inquiry 1, claim 2, right? So we want... Perfect. This is actually exactly what we want. And so now, because this doesn't matter, we can just do this, and our build is complete. Well, the forbidden card is complete. Obviously, a lot of RNG to go. Yeah, exactly. Don't burn out early. That's like always the thing I go back to, that CZN is definitely a very good game to play in bursts, but not something that you want to dedicate your full time to. Again, unless you are really trying to chase the leaderboards in Great Rift, which again, by all means, have at it. Oh, sure, actually. Just because we have so much of the debuffs, technically this should give us the weaken. Sorry. We should get the weaken trigger, which then means we should get the Scorch, which is going to do extra damage. Now, again, I'm assuming that Scorch is always going to count as whoever applies it, because I haven't actually finished building a Scorch yet, but this is at least a little bit of extra damage. Oh, come on now, man. Okay. And from this point on, it's basically just debuffs galore, right? Once this full build's gonna come together. But yeah, the other thing I will say is that I do apologize in advance if the stream ends early for those that are just getting in here now. Like, my stomach is killing me because of I maybe gave myself mid-tier food poisoning from work, but we are holding it together. Man, I always hate that this is random-ass card. Like, that doesn't help anybody. Does fixed damage trigger vulnerable? I don't remember if it does or not. Chat, does anybody know off the top of your head if fixed damage triggers vulnerable or not again? Because I always forget if vulnerable is all source. No, because Agony doesn't trigger vulnerable. But I think unique sources do. Pretty sure it works for Agony. Does it work for Agony? God, it's been so long since I did the Tressa test. Because there was the whole Kayron fixed damage shenanigans, right? Yeah, Tatiki knows what I'm talking about. I don't remember how that whole season 2... Whatever, man. We should have enough, because I don't think we can yellow RNG a Divine, can we? Oh, you know what? Never mind. I guess I thought this already epiphanied, so I guess we're always going to try to YOLO Divine here instead, so this is not important. God damn it, Mika. Every time. Every time. And thank you so much, Eco. Like I said, it's just, I'm sure it's just something stupid that I ate. It is how it is. I just need to stop eating stuff from work. Okay, well, not what we need. I always like going for the change one because it allows you to set up burst turns. Which is none of these, actually. Okay. We might have a lot of re-rolling to do if this is going to be the run. Again, we already have our card built out. We know we have a reroll already, so... Okay. You have got to be shitting me. Why is it the same one? Oh, there we go. Cool. Again, I like this one just because it can burn your, like, triangles into circles if you need it, stuff like that. Oh, you know what? We never... Oh, right, no, because we're gonna do 4 Divine on, we're doing 4 Divine on Typhara because of the extra AP costs that we baked into this build. I do remember. So we cannot afford to get a neutral. Sure. Just to make sure that she can get her cards and get her epiphanies. And I believe we already deleted everything, right? So, dual creation's fine. Okay, yes, we have our 3 core cards, and these are obviously staying in always. So we're good. Okay, so that is actually everything. Wait, we did, yeah, no, we did finish our card as well. It always throws, like, for how easy non-survival cards are, this honestly feels like a waste. Like, this feels like you never actually want this anymore. So, oh, Eco, why I don't know why the alert did not play on that one, so I can press that, but Eco, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you very much. I wish I could, like, I might reset my skill tree just to not have this pop up. Because this starts to feel really bad for how easy. Like, if it could give us survival cards, I'd be way more about it. We were missing a weapon for her, I guess. Which we're still pretty early in the build process that we might get a different level. Oh yeah, this is the card I was thinking of. Just because it gives us extra damage and it's more morale. But again, keep in mind that morale is not exactly the best spot to be in for these like larger OTK builds. Right, and this did not epiphany yet, so we can't even re-roll it. So sure. Rest before the boss. Try to avoid having any breakdowns. Let me fix... I'm also very behind on my Grand Blue stuff, and that's how you know I've been busy, if I'm behind on Grand Blue stuff of all things, so I am trying to run that in the background. There we go. So that way it'll stop cutting out. Was really hoping we could get the Divine to go on her card before we try to copy it, but all right, let's just make this run harder for ourselves. Okay, man, look, I have such a sneaking feeling that this is actually going to be, like, super goated for this season. Just, like, for how particular this is, I just have to assume the Great Rift is going to have some bullshit with it. I mean, there are people who are caught up in Grand Blue Fantasy. That is a very real thing. But, like, we just got that major roguelike mode that I want to spend more time trying to farm out. The summer event is ending no, not tomorrow. Well, tomorrow. Sorry, no, Wednesday. Thursday at 5 a.m. my time. So tomorrow, the summer event should be ending. And, like, I haven't done my loot boxes yet. Or like grinded out the currency for it. And then this weekend is actually the Grand Blue Fantasy stream that we're going to get all of our updates. So kind of the roadmap for the rest of the year. So there's actually a lot of really cool stuff happening in the Grand Blue Fantasy space. Yeah, I have basically recommended that everyone just takes the debuff armor and the AP amulet on, like, every support, every non-main damage dealer, and just let that be the safe builds. Oh, you know what? Oh, I just forgot. Somebody told me the document broke earlier. I totally... Apparently, like, a mirror broke for people. So let's look at that real quick. Oh, I just realized that's the Path of Exile tab. Well, was it just that? Okay. Well, that's not bad. But yeah, so like on every other, or I guess she has Pulsating Egg, right? But like on Cassius, right? These are the two, that I am recommending for those that like don't know, because when attack triggers, it's the same issue as counterattack, right? Like it's super awkward to have this line up when you want it to, but also just think about it as like a free vulnerable. Why not? It's more damage, right? Oh wait, where's my third card? Oh, is this before I did the copy paste? Hold on. Oh. Oh, I'm not going to go back to Cassius. That's fine. Cassius is good with those choices, man. What would main DPS use in the armor slot? Armor slot's always awkward. I don't think we have anything this season. It looks like I did the same recommendation, actually. Database, equipment. Armor. Yeah, like the rest of these are just so awkward. Like if you want to assume that you're not getting pulsating egg and you did not get the gun, then sure, Remnants of Succession is probably going to be fine because much like, okay, so here's the thing about Great Rift for those that did not play last season. Last season for Great Rift, right, for Tenebria, there was this like very, what's the word for it? Like there was this very conscious design choice to no longer be about like what's the most damage, what's the most insane build that you could make, but instead putting like these arbitrary restrictions in place so that it was either more RNG or you could not like fully optimize your builds because we had a number of cards you could play limit per turn, very long story short. So it killed a lot of the deck building and forced a lot of like weird gimmicks like combo being a relevant divine, things like that, right? So I would almost be willing to guarantee, obviously I won't because I don't know and who knows what the devs will pull, but because they made Remnants of Succession a mythic armor, even though it is not great, let's call it like it is, it's just not that inspiring as a mythic item, I have to assume that the Great Rift is somehow going to super shill this armor piece as like just, you know, bonus points for debuffs, right? So like everybody will have the same access of like, you know, oh, you'll get one random, or sorry, I guess up to 3 hits, but like they'll make the boss only do 1 hit, so you only get 1 trigger of Cocoon Cape, right? So you'll get 1 extra debuff for, let's say, 100 points, but oh, instead, if you have this, you're gonna get 4 stacks of Scorch, so 4 different debuffs would trigger, right? Or however it gets coded, but some BS like that is what I'm assuming is going to happen, right? They need to make it useful enough where you don't go farm swamp. So with the changes to morale and with the changes to the desire cards, right, getting buffed, the only teams that should be going into the only teams in the game who should be ignoring desire cards now, survival namely, is going to be OTK teams because there's not really a good, and it also got nerfed, but like there's not a good desire card for OTK style of teams. So in that case, you still want to go farm swamp for just a super, not great anymore admittedly, bonus to crit chance and crit damage because that's like the only other realistic thing, because in these OTK teams, you're going to have some other way to get vulnerable, right? Like you no longer have to worry about or Leia and her softy giving you like that 1 stack of vulnerable because your main damage dealer is going to go into swamp to get their crit chance, crit damage, and then the rest of your supports are going to use desire cards anyways because of the way that you can consistently stack vulnerable or other debuffs, where if you have some other random BS damage that's triggering, like Zero In, for example, right? Or Fracture, whatever it might be. I guess Fracture is a bad example because as it is today, you have to attack. But like thinking about Olga, right? Olga might have a way to get around that, or will very likely have a way to get around that. So being able to reapply Vulnerable while you're having these random extra attacks or coordinated attacks, right? That is not a attack card, so you still keep your buffs from Event Horizon and everything Orlea is doing, right? This could get more value for like the random debuff. So again, it's kind of like a really annoying way how they changed all this in terms of like trying to make it useful. But yeah, at least for OTK, for whoever is if you're doing like OTK 9, OTK Heidi Mari, whoever, right? They are still going to want Swamp, but your other 2 characters are still going to want Desire cards. Oops, wrong one. There we go. If the infinite stacking extra attack is also still too OP. Are you talking about the Hidimari build or something else? Because don't forget, extra attacks are going to scale absurdly well with the Driven Hunt card. Or the Survival Hunt card. I don't need more. Sure, man. You know what? We're going to keep the gold for re-rolling, I guess. All right, well, that's funny. The plus 30% extra attack every turn engraving. Am I hold on. Okay, sorry. You've stun locked me that I cannot think about what that is instantly off top of my head. Oh, is it an armor engraving? Okay, sorry, I was thinking of like this type of engraving. Because like, what, I guess we could get Mark still? Oh, funny enough, I guess you get Agony if that becomes relevant. Yeah, I would have to go back and remember what that was then. But you have to generate 5 cards, right? Which I guess does work for Hilde, does work for Hidimari. I guess that only works if extra attack is your main source of damage, right? Which I guess for Hilde it would be. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. Oh, wait, we already have our card. I keep forgetting we already have our card. Bro, we really need to trigger some epiphanies, like, real bad. Oh, yeah, this is another one where, like, again, it's weakened, so some type of debuff shilling is absolutely going to happen. Okay, yes, we removed everything. Let's just get credits, I guess. Credits I can't use anyways. Nope, that is going to be a reroll. Yeah, it's just the let's bring back Cassius and Nia for everything, right? Like, that's where the balancing is for the format currently. So every season I always do a Tressa build. This season though, I am going to wait for Olga, just because with the wording on Olga, it does seem like she's gonna be the 5-star version of the Curse Gouge on Tressa. So I want to see if there's any like weird crossover, doubling up Agony, but like counts all stacks. I just have to assume that Olga's going to work with her in some interesting way. Or at least I hope so. I really do hope so. I think Hilde is very fine. Obviously, Hilde is very good. But I am personally hoping that Olga will be interesting enough at the end of the season. And to go one step further, I do hope we get end-of-season buffs. Or not end-of-season, mid-season buffs to make things a little bit better. I mean, we never want the upgrade is the issue. We'd always rather have this self-cycling. So, yeah, that's two different rerolls we gotta do. Yeah, a lot of us have been waiting a very long time for... Man, sure. A lot of us have been waiting a very long time for a proper dot team, so... Obviously, Hilde is not really that. I wouldn't expect, based on that very small leak on Reddit, it doesn't seem like Arabella is going to be more dot-focused anyways. And it would, I guess let me take a step back. When I say dot-focused, I mean like Season 1, stack up infinite amount of agony, and like you watch that tick down, right? At least based on everything we know currently of Arabella's kits. Arabella, whatever. Just gonna call her Bella. Based on everything we know about her kit, it's more about building up fractures and then immediately spending them. So it's more of a payoff mechanic and not necessarily a dot team. So does feel a little bait and switchy, but again, Olga could be more of what we're looking for if I had to take a guess. Okay, we have infinite money this run, man. Yeah, like, I don't want to... Again, I'm really not trying to get Cassius's 4th nerf at this point, but I keep asking the question, like, how do they ever balance... how do they ever balance Cassius and give us a 5-star equivalent? I mean, sure. What does this do again? Oh, I wanted to showcase this, though. Like, I don't think any of my other supports have this yet. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, here's the thing. We know the Scorch damage is not going to be good, right? Yeah, I think we just sacrifice that one. Let's be real. We would want to have more of this setup anyways. These are both rerolls. I guess we could just go for a triple. Oh no, because it's, hold on. That card says draw one of the archetypes, not draw one, right? I always mix up her. Yeah, so this doesn't cycle itself, so it does not do anything that we want it to do. If we wanted to gamble, we could put a divine draw on this and then rely on the circle buff to get the AP, but I'm not playing those games. And yeah, it's only when attack card is used, so that does not help us either. I don't know what weapon would ever be relevant on her then. I think I am pretty set this is just going to be a rerun at this point. I don't even know how many shops we have. Oh, we only have one shop left. Yeah, we're cooked. We are absolutely cooked this run. I might as well get my clear bonus, right? Maybe I can, you know what, if I have to only fix one, maybe that's okay. This is now entering the cope stages. It feels really bad to get like a good, you know, mythic item and then not be able to re-roll this and anything relevant. John! Okay, yep, absolute dog water, it's fine. The nightmare is ongoing, as we like to say. Run it back. We will get Bella's kit reveal the day before she drops. So there will be, not next Monday, but the one after. And keep in mind, we do have a preview, or at least we know what to expect based on the developer's stream. And we do know that there are some... I guess you can't even call it leaks because they showed the video, but people can translate the in-game preview language. I don't know whatever you want to call it. So we technically know 6 of Bella's cards, keeping in mind they are Epiphany plus Divine and all that stuff. So it's a very small look at what her kit actually does, but it did confirm the idea that she is going to it did confirm that she's going to care more about spending dots than actual, like, you know, building them up or otherwise. Well, I mean, I think they did a lot better this season, right? Just in terms of giving people a little bit more time with it, right? Where we know all the potentials, so we can always just farm instinct crystals now until the end of time, and then I guess we do want. I don't know if the chess. I assume the chess piece can drop from normal enemies, so we're gonna take favor. Totally blanked out what I was gonna say there. But yeah, we'll have to wait for more information on Bella's kits, which, again, apologize, I can't really do more on that front until we get her kit reveal. So, again, for me personally, I'm probably going to spend, like, the rest of this week working on the Hilde videos that I want to do. And then all next week, I don't know if there's a new game launch or whatever, but I probably just won't play CZN all next week. And again, I don't know if that means we go check out the Grand Blue Fantasy update. I don't know if we go stream Genshin or some shit, man. I don't know. But again, I am very much knowing how much farming I'm going to have to redo when Arabella comes out. Like, I'm just not going to waste my time in so many words, right? Man, the select and remove 2 cards is... Why does this have to be random? Like, obviously, if we can high roll this, it's great, and I always have to go for it. It picks the wrong damn card, bro. Damn. Oh, yeah, dude, no, I forgot. Oh God, what's the name of the game? R99. Isn't Reverse 1999 supposed to have their, like, big anniversary or, like, half anniversary sometime really, really soon? I know there is some people who are talking about that and we're hype about it. Okay, well, I gambled that away. Yeah, 3rd year. Yo, Triple Z I have just not played since launch, like, at all. And again, for me, like, the biggest challenge is that, like, I want to, you know, play and make content for games that I enjoy, but the truth is, like, so many games I'll play for, like, a week or 2 tops, and I'm like, all right, man, just not it. Like, dude, I am still upset about, oh God, what was the name of it? Dragon Quest Smash Grow. I really enjoyed that game at launch, and then, and again, probably shouldn't be surprised because of Square Enix, but, like, they had just made shitty decision after shitty decision. I'm like, all right, well, I'm not playing this game anymore, and that felt bad, so, it is what it is, but that's another game where, like, I really wish they would have, you know, kept me interested in playing the game. They're giving a free 5-star character? All right. What is the list of characters that it's from, though, is the real question, right? Oops. No, wrong one. Okay, skip again. Oh, 5-star character. Oh, is it just like is it a selector thing then, much like CZN had? Oh, there's another giveaway for more crystals? Man, Grand Blue Fantasy is going crazy right now with all their crystal giveaways, man. Yeah, I don't even remember her name at this point, but, like, I really liked Shark Girl at launch. I thought her kit was a lot of fun, and oh, actually, the 3 weekend at start of battle is very relevant for this team, huh? I really liked the Shark Girl. I thought she was cool. I need GBF any soon for that second Ilsa gun. Bro, formal Ilsa, Yeah, it's rough out here. Right. So technically we do need to re-roll this still. We don't want any of these. I think we're just not gonna luck in this run either, it feels like. Oh, I guess, or no, we have, what base do we have? We need 2 claim, I said, right? Yeah, we need 2 claims still now. I'm just gonna fight them for the gold, man. Whatever. Or credits. Lucia, Hugo, Enby, Jane Doe, and Trigger. I mean, I know the rat, I guess, because she gets posted everywhere, but I don't know any of those characters, actually. But yeah, we'll see. Like, I would love to have a second game at this point. Oh! Why would you do me like this, man? Why would you give me hope just to take it away? Alright, we gotta reroll it anyways. I can't even be mad because it gave us a divine on the other one. Like, it's fine. How it is. I keep clicking auto CZN. Free removal. Hell yeah. Thank you. Actually, I should have removed creation and destruction there because we don't want to waste an epiphany on C and D. Yeah, remember how I just said we did not want to waste an epiphany on this card? Yeah, that was what we call a player error right there. We want claim. Claim, 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 claim. Claim. I love how I joked about on the last run just how insanely easy these are to complete, and now we're just not going to complete the card on the first half. Okay. We really got to try to re-roll this before the boss. Not even finishing that, man. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, I guess it does count as a complete, right? Actually, for the quick complete. Oop. Oh my god, I keep going past 13 randomly. Okay. Just for my own sanity, I am going to cheat this. Any desire for Hidimari worth getting and rebuilding the deck over? Yes. I mean, Driven Hunt. So, like, basically, at a minimum this season, any Hunter Ranger that you have is probably worth refarming, just because of how the morale cap has changed everything, because you want to look for other ways you can get damage beyond Cassius's morale cap. Now, if you're not using Cassius, or you're not like going super in the weeds of min-maxing, then, you know, just keep the save data as you have, kind of farm whatever one that you want to farm. But right now, the biggest thing with this season is that now Cassius by himself can get a morale cap. You can then use a Ranger or Hunter who is going to extend that damage cap, as I'm going to call it, because you're no longer using morale, but instead increasing the damage that the enemy takes, much like Truth Behind a Story, for example, like Adelheid, or Narja has the one for defense-based damage. That's just another way to stack up even more damage that previous to the morale cap, everybody was just stacking more morale anyways. So it definitely has an interesting implication in terms of how you want to build decks now. But again, I think the first part of that conversation has to start with, are you using Cassius or not? And in general, if you are, you want to have a ranger to go with him, and then your third slot is just whoever. Now, again, the cool part there with Hilde in particular is because she's very flexible and her homing arrow just does, for whatever reason, insane damage, right? She's very good to farm for Season 3 combined with Cassius. And then your third slot can be nearly anything because you can build Hilde to be nearly AP neutral, which means you have more flexibility in whoever you want for that third character. Now, again, that conversation then leads us to like, oh, but then we're going to have Bella, right, who will want to be with Hilde. And we can almost guarantee off the bat, because strikers normally aren't, Bella is not going to be AP neutral. There's just no way her striker kit is going to be AP neutral. Yes, an ionization giving you the extra damage. Thank you. The 120 or 100, is it 118? I forget. Whatever the math is, man. I forget. It is a damage increase that, for example, Veronica does not have. And you can easily get past her ballista damage with the upgrade arrow. You know, it is nice to know that this is the last character that we need to build for this team, so all things considered, we should be able to build the base deck tonight and then go get the black mass for divine rerollings pretty easily. Which again, I would not mind going back into sortie. It's been a minute since we've done sortie, so hopefully we can get a base deck out of this run. So again, looking for claim or looking for our inquiry base card. I had a very good time building desire cards after watching your guide video. Awesome, thank you so much. I really tried to make that as streamlined as possible. Thank you. Yeah, I wasted the 30 for like... Well, no, I only spent, I think I only spent like 13, right? I know I didn't use the full amount because I was saving some for this showcase. All right, Mr. Cthulhu Man, please give me the sphere again. Okay. I said sphere, but that will do. Okay, well... At this point, there is an argument to be made that we keep this save data no matter what. So we'll see how lucky we get. Okay. Pause. Look, I know I shouldn't call it damage cap because it's not exactly a 1-to-1. But, like, in my brain, that I need people to understand how important morale is. And, like, unfortunately, so, for those that don't know, he does really great content, but, Judge, or JUJX, and I think that's what his YouTube channel is called, too, like, he's the guy who does, the, like, Excel spreadsheets, and he'll, like, actually prove out the math of, like, why, you know, why things are the way that there are. But, like, we were talking about in our Discord, our Cosmic Community Discord today, and it's like, unfortunately, because the way that the nerfs went, because people did not push for them to keep the nerfs, we're kind of now in this really awkward, like, morale slop, and I hate just using, like, the overemphasis of attaching slop to everything, but, like, that is exactly where we're at, where now we're in a position that no matter what, morale is going to be the most important thing to max out on any multi-hitting teams, because it is the most universal and easy to get, like, stat, right? So that's why Cassius is so good. And then you can just have upgrades that get you the extra points. So it's like, no matter what, in, like, any team building that you have to do now, you're basically saying, okay, can I get 20 morale? That is my #1 goal. Okay, if I can get 20 morale, what other supplemental sources of damage amp can I get? And that's going to be things like ionization, Adelheid, a truth behind a story, Narja's, I forget what the sphere one is called now. Narja has one for defense, right? All of those style effects are now damage that will supplement beyond what morale can boost. So it's like we're kind of... It's kind of why I joked about like the build guide document is kind of dead now. It kind of is, but because we did not push back as a community hard enough on the nerfs to keep them, admittedly, unfortunately, they now have to either completely kill Cassius, like just take him out back and shoot him, or they have to at least stick to their guns and go back to a morale cap of 10. Because once you realize that you get to a morale cap of 10, yes, you're still going to have the power creep issue of characters like Adelheid, like Hilde becoming the norm, but 10 morale, when you factor in neutral epiphanies, upgrades with divines, it is significantly easier to hit morale cap while promoting build diversity, which is the most important thing to kind of end this thought on. So, unfortunately, because we did not push back, and again, I just mean the greater community, right? Because the greater community did not push back hard enough on keeping the nerfs, unfortunately, we are now in this, like, nobody gets to have build diversity unless it's forced by the Great Rift mechanic. And then that's just such a bad... That's a very bad optic to have on the game, in my opinion. Cool, there's one of the two claim that we need. Because of the copies you get. If you, wait, hold on. If you reset Orlea, though, you will get the, you'll get the cubes back. Unless you meant you spent the Ego Manifest, the Omega codes on her. So, yeah, like, again, Cassius is just very awkward for us in the current state of the game now. Any suggestions for best in slot season 4 item for Hanimari? Season 4 items, unfortunately, are just awkward. Really hope you get the Discord gun, and then whatever dot-related stuff you want to put on the character. If you add a dupe now, it removes the ability to reset her. Do you mean after when the patch went live? Because somebody reset her in our Discord because I remember them asking about the cubes and like where to spend them. No, I totally agree. And again, that was like one of my biggest complaints about the season is that we are effectively locking the major payoff of Fracture behind a seasonal character, which is just going to gatekeep people out of it in the future. So I'm hoping in season 4, season 5, excuse me. I hope in season 5, even if it's a super shitty version, just give us a free striker that works like Arabella, right? Like, it'll be obviously worse because it has to be, but still give us that feedback loop and that gameplay loop of building up fractures and then spending all of it, you know, for spending all the dot on that 4-star. Wait, what are we looking for again? You know what? This is fine to buy for 140. Oh, right. We want the debuff chest. That's what we're still trying to find. Oh, did we not? Oh, shit. I thought we unlocked her, Dang it. That was a waste. I thought we unlocked her upgrade already. Well, that was 80 wasted. Oh, that's super unfortunate. Well, rest in peace to WG. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being a real one. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna keep my Orlea even though that she got Giga nerfed because it's just like you know, I still use her on stuff and still really enjoy her on teams, but it is a bit of a feels bad. Oh, we got it. Cool. Well, okay, well, damn. This is like a perfect setup for her, dude. This is so unfortunate. Okay, like, this is now, I have to spend black mass on this save. We got literally every perfect item. Oh, that's annoying. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Okay, we do want to remove this since we want to get the other card epiphanied, so... And we're deleting this card anyways. We won't make the same mistake we made the last run. I don't know why I'm looking for anything. We have what we need. Reset her for the cubes, then proceed to level her again. Bro, I just really want E1 or Leia so I don't have to keep cycling through with Will of Light. Like, you have enough draw, it doesn't matter, but just knowing that that card goes back into my deck just bothers me. Could not be a different card? All right, well. We got the copy, and now we're at the mercy of trying to get the right epiphanies on it. Which, again, all things considered, we have rerolls, we have stuff. It's still did not trigger, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah, still did not trigger. So I guess, sure, we'll use the last removal that we care about for this run, and then just keep going, man. Sure. Just gonna grab this for completion's sake. Not something that you ever really care. Wait, I did finish a card, right? Okay, card is done. It's just Quantum Seed. Everything else is fine. We just need Quantum Seed to roll the way that we want to roll. And if we're lucky, get a copy event as well. This is like the one time where I might actually consider using the core flash to get one of the epiphanies we need. Bro, please give us a divine on the cards that actually matter. Like, we gotta be out of stuff that can upgrade at this point, please. All right, well, reroll number 1. I mean, the good news is we're gonna have money for it, at least. Oh, I never did figure out why my alerts are not working again. Hey, Shark, hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah. Shout out to Vulcan. I know he's got another one of those Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship deals. I don't know, man. If there was ever, like, a new Raid Shadow Legends, like an updated version, I might check it out just for the sake of, like, that style of game, but... No, I know. It is a look, we knew about the Raid Shadow Legends meme on the TCG side. Like, that's how well known it is. Is it possible to edit gears from save data? There is a item that lets you, Why is this so difficult to get the draw? How many Quantum Seeds am I gonna see at this point, bro? Anyways, yes, there is an item where you can pick generic equipment for your save datas, but it's not really an item worth using, in my opinion. Like, the only one that's probably worth, like, really getting, and funny enough, I was just about to say it, like, Out of your generic equipment, I think this is the only one that you really care about. The rest of them, I don't remember actually being worthy. I just have to accept, I think this is where we just have to burn a lot of black mass on this save. Why? Oh my god. What do you mean there's 2 neutrals here, man? Alright. I was already not feeling well today, and now the game is really starting to mess with me. Yeah, we have all of our removal. Everything else is fine. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Blue cube is also very fair. Although, if you went on an entire run and did not get blue cube, I don't know. I can't help you. Okay, well... Dude, and we get the copy event that we want. Man, this is... okay, so notably, we gotta be careful about our point total, so we want to copy the non-divine one. And then we want to re-roll this one. We gotta re-roll everything, but... Oh, thank God. Okay, we have one correct one. I forget what this event does, if I'm being perfectly honest. No, they're all already epiphany, right? We don't have a blank one now. Yeah, okay, they're all... We just want the money. Okay, well, we're gonna have one more, we're gonna have one more reset, I guess, or one more refresh attempt. Yes, we are not building a survival character right now. We're building out our Typhera. Yes, generally what I recommend for most people to do is, because you can farm it easily on a lower difficulty, I recommend just getting the right base templates of decks that you want, because re-rolling for divines, as long as you're not going for like the Giga God Roll divines, is not that bad of black mass cost. Whereas if you try to refresh the base epiphany, that is a very expensive item. All right, so we got one more re-roll here. So, yeah, this one is correct because, again, it has a draw 1, which means we can get the draw 1 plus AP divine on it. So it's really great for self-cycling. It gets us the archetypes to go into our event horizon, all that stuff. It's really great. So these have to get fixed. Okay, there's a point where, like, the upgrade makes sense if AP goes to 0, but bleh. And I think we removed everything, right? Yeah, so unfortunately, like, the copy is expensive if we whiff on that. I guess I have a lot of... I don't know how much this matters in terms of, like, the auto battler, but, like, I see her already having a breakdown, so... and I don't need the coins for anything at this point. Sure. Okay, hope I don't fail. Yes, I am in the Maressi program as well, so I do plan on checking out the game at launch. That one, so again, my thoughts on that is that, like, I'm not into the over-the-top, you know, waifu bait stuff that they do, but I was actually very impressed at the gameplay of Maressi. I haven't played other, I keep forgetting the game that people always reference that they say Maressi reminded them of, but the actual, like, strategy and the real, like, half real-time combat was actually quite good. So I'm hoping that as long as the game does not become like spam ultimate slop, which is a very real thing I know some other games do, I could see it actually being really fun. So at a minimum, I do want to check out Maressi at launch. If I care about it long term, though, it's going to be another conversation. Okay, we get the right copy at least, so this might not be super expensive to fix. And this does not matter because we have our card already. Okay, so I don't love it. I guess I've been saving flashes for this reason, because we did technically get all of her correct gear, so I think I just have to accept that this is a save file that I want to do. Yeah, because these are both correct, so I just have to reflash 2 and then get 4 divines, because, again, we got tentacles, which is always going to be great. We are assuming that the debuff is going to be important, plus we have the 5-3 split where applying debuffs becomes very relevant. Again, we're using Forbidden Hypothesis anyways to trigger it. And then this one is really awkward because I don't think there is a world where if we have a +4... well, technically more if we high roll or low roll, I guess. More than 4 AP, right? Because this is 4 AP plus whatever archetypes we get. We probably don't need this on Typhara. She's already going to generate us like infinite AP and a half. But we are under the assumption that there is going to be some kind of ad spawning nonsense for this Great Rift. So I have been telling people, and I would still recommend to have on your supports to grab Essence Fragmented Necklace and the Contaminated Cocoon Cape. Now, again, if you are properly min-maxing, you shouldn't need this because you've already accounted for all of the extra AP that you need in a turn, because there's ways to get around that. However, for people who don't want to go to that level of min-maxing and you just want to help, you know, curve out your turns and make sure that you're able to cast all of your desire cards and all that stuff, then this is going to be a massive headache save for a lot of people this season. So I think this is definitely one that is admittedly very terrible right now, but I have to assume is going to be relevant for the Great Rift. What does Scorch do? It gives us an extra debuff on the opponent. I guess we can't see it here, but Scorch is worded that anytime the opponent takes or loses an action point, I think is what it is, they take a tick of damage. So Scorch you want to apply early. Unfortunately, Scorch resets at the end of the turn as well. Okay, so let's see what we have. Which is nice because this save data was super scuffed, and so now I have a fixed version of her. And also this just being like very generically good because again, it's going to be another source of vulnerable. Very, very excited. Like this is just a very good, it's just a very, very good Typhara save now, right? We have the mythic item that we want. This from a seasonal, sorry, I shouldn't say seasonal. This seasonal card from a non-season lens is very good. Obviously not quite as good as Persona. We'll go back and make that complaint as it were, but you know, I don't think I farmed a Persona on her because we were using her only for OTK teams. Okay, I guess I lied. No, I didn't. This one's crap. Oh no, this was the tower build that we did for her. Never mind. I remember what this was. And yeah, the others are just garbage. So actually, this is a very good save. Now, the problem is... Oh, dude, you know what? I totally forgot. I totally forgot these were in the apology thing. So actually, I don't feel that bad now. I will absolutely re-roll 2 of these and not think twice. Draw. Yeah, that's very true, but yeah, we'll see what happens, y'all. So here's the okay, well there you go. Here's the thing, right? If you take in the odds of what Divine can roll on all of these, The gain 1 AP is actually the most common. Which is why I always recommend going for your right base data and then making sure that you're applying this after the fact. Ah! How sick would that have been if we actually just went 4 for 4? All right. Okay, we gotta fix the last one. All right, don't, guys. Hey, Quantum Seed. Hey, Quantum Seed. Let's talk for a minute. Hey, we were just talking about how we were so good. We were working together. We had the 3 AP, and we just need one more. We just need one more, my guy. That's fine. Just listen. Hear me out. One more random divine. That's what I'm gonna give you. We've already used a few. I've used 2 remanifestations. Just give me an AP. Let's just finish this. Let's actually play the game, Let's not worry about save data. It's not about going into chaos anymore. It's more about let's work on this together and make sure that we can make dreams happen with an AP, all right? Right? Okay, so there we go. I just want to have a little quick chat with Quantum Seed to make sure that we can get the AP divine that we want on this next one. There you go. It's just that easy. It's just that easy, guys. Okay, but this is actually... So I do want to take a moment to pause here because this is a very important deck editing thing if you don't know about it. So let's go to our favorite website. Let's go to our favorite website, and to keep things obvious, we'll just use hers again, right? So... get rid of that. So whenever you are looking at divines, right, you want to go into this list and see what is available, right? So for Quantum Seed, because I just knew this one from farming her enough times, if we look in this overall pool, we have a divine AP as a default for each one of the gods. So this is 6, and then there's only 5 other choices. So you have, on that very first activation, a better than 50-50 chance, right? A slightly above 50-50. And then keep in mind is that they most recently changed the reroll, that if I were to get, let's say, retain, right? If I were to get retain, I no longer can get that same roll on the next divine core that you spend. So you actually have very good chances on something like Quantum Seed to get AP, the AP effect that you want, right? Now, if we move this into something like the Quantum Seed with the 1 cost, because it's a 1 cost skill card, now there are a few more options. So we still have our base 6, right? So now it is a worse than 50-50 chance to get your AP divine. So you do want to be mindful of, when you're planning out divines, when you're planning out builds, what are the odds that I actually get the divine that I'm looking for? And so as you are looking through the build guide document, you might notice that every build that I recommend in my build guide is going to be something that is going for a more common divine, because I'm not going to sit here and do some super niche build like Narja, and I just always like using this as my favorite example because I will just never build it myself because I don't hate myself that much. But for those that don't know, Narja actually has one of the best divine options in the entire game compared to anybody else out there, because she has this Shackles of Hunger, and she has this ability that says on start of turn, move to hand. And again, so we have 6 chances of this divine, 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 6, 6, 6, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? So you have something like 60 choices. I always forget how many it is total, but you'll notice there is this one divine all the way down here. And so what you can actually do is you can build this Giga God tiered Narja save that'll say, hey, if you want to take a 1 in 67% chance, 1 in 67, which is like a 2% chance, or less than 2%, excuse me, chance of getting this divine, you could, in theory, guarantee that every single turn, you are going to get this Shackles of Hunger back to your hand, get a free draw 2, while also getting to do damage, and you're also getting a stack of Veracity because the attunement will trigger. So, super awesome, you know, card to get what you want, but definitely not one that I would recommend chasing for if you want. It's easier to get that divine by remanifesting with the skill card. Yes, but isn't the skill card also like a significant... Yeah, so this one's like 12, right? So you can do the divine reroll and then flash it, but you still have a very low chance. So yes, you could do it on either one of these. Or I guess... Oh, this is the one that I was thinking of last time. So yes, the easiest way to do this would be to use this one as the base. This is the one that you use in a lot of builds instead, so I kind of forgot about this one. And then trying to. But again, we're still looking at a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we're looking at a slightly less than 5% chance to get it. So you are still going to be spending a lot of time chasing this one. Now, again, thanks to the update, though, this was all before the update. Thanks to the update, if you land on a draw 1, I'm assuming this means that you'll be out. You will not get a chance to get any of the other draw 1s, even if they are different gods. So you would then have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You would have a 1 in 14 chance to get it, which is a lot better, right? How would that deck look? I've built it out forever ago. I don't remember how we actually settled on that now that you mention it. So the one thing I will say that's kind of more important to like not get lost in the weeds. Unfortunately, we're like right on the cusp of Narja getting power crept out because you have to remember that when it comes to damage boosting, right, we have Adelheid. So if we're talking about just someone who's fitting on a team, like Adelheid and Narja are fitting on a lot of teams. If we're starting to factor in teams like Eternal Hunger, right? So if we need more AP and we don't care about the AP reduction that Bottomless Hunger can do with Narja, then Eternal Hunger is going to be better. So she kind of loses her spot on that team too. And we don't have a like sub DPS build for her like the tower build that I did because again, we're getting farther away from Persona cards being relevant as we're going to see more power creep. So I think the devs did a pretty good job at putting a band-aid on this season of... I mean, I don't completely agree with where the balancing ended because we're not even... Like, the payoff cards are just very bad this season. The only thing that's good about this season is the 5-3 survival split. And there are some other niche builds I've talked about previously that are going to care about the other desire payoffs, but the struggle with this is that what it means for next season... No matter what, they're going to have to both power creep the characters and also power creep the seasonal mechanic to keep things interesting and new and getting people to care about new stuff, right? So we're kind of in this like now double power creep game rush that I do legitimately worry about where the game is going. And again, like I'm still going to build stuff. I'm still going to have fun going through showcases and all that stuff, but I'm not sure... I don't think people will fully grasp how screwed we are from a balance perspective until sometime after the first anniversary. What I'm thinking of? First anniversary event, right? Because this season was like the Band-Aid fix, which is pretty close, but Desire cards definitely went out. Next season is we have to power creep both Persona cards and Desire cards. And then once we make that transition from Season 5 to Season 6 to see how much more things get inflated, and that could look a lot of different ways, right? It could be character kits that are more like Hilde that are just giving us more damage amp. It's going to be HP inflation on Great Rift bosses. There's a lot that could happen. So we just have to wait and see where that lands. But I think people are really going to start to take notice in Season 6 once more of this takes effect. Also, while I'm thinking about it, what mutations are good for her? How do you check this again? Oh, right. Okay. Do we have any relevant mutations? Yep. Heal. Ah, boo. Damage amount to attack cards of this unit. Extra attack morale is nothing. Card is used. Fixed damage to an enemy, man. Who cares? Nope. No. Okay, so all they did, it looks like they did balances to say all of this unit. Oh, the damage. Okay, I guess if the 5 or more AP is kind of relevant. Ooh. When one card is used to hit 2 or more times, add 1 hit to the next attack card of this unit activated. That's actually a really good one, isn't it? Hold up. I skipped over this last time. Oh wait, it's one time per turn. Sorry, let me finish reading. I was getting caught up on the like we could have done like a Luke multi-hit shenanigans, but never mind. 1 time per turn. Let me keep reading. Oh yeah, okay. There's like nothing interesting here. Oh, there you go. When 5 or more cards of this unit are used manually in 1 turn, next turn, draw 1. Okay, well, there you go. Because the archetypes are going to flood our hands, this is just a free draw every turn, man. Yeah, hold on. This is actually really sick. You just get a 6 card. You're telling me I get a 6 card hand every turn? You know what? Hold on. Where's that? All right, man. 0.3% chance. That's so stupid. Oh, so we just keep, yeah, we just keep spamming, right? I'm not going to spend all 25, but you know what? We'll see what else we can get. Okay. I'm not a greedy person, y'all, so I will, okay, yeah, we'll keep that, and then, because I can skip, right? Oh, shit, no, I have to, okay, actually, oh, okay, so you can keep it this way. I'm like, there's got to be a way that we can keep the value. Actually, enhanced defense is pretty cool, too, if you want to do a tower carry build. That would actually be a really good one to save on the effect as well. If I would not have gotten the tentacle weapon, you do reset or not worth it? No, like, here's the thing, right? You're going to have so much extra draw because of the, so keep in mind, we're using, I always forget if it's inquiry or claim that gives you the extra draw. But either way, we're using the desire buff that gives us 2 extra draws per turn, plus the desire cards that are in our deck already cycle themselves. So we are draw positive anyways. Like, this would be more of a, I want to get it just to show it in a video type of thing. Like, it's not, for this team in particular, we definitely don't need it. There is definitely a case where some teams might want that 0.3% chance. But I'm gonna YOLO a little bit. Let's go down to like 15, I guess. Okay. Okay, we'll just keep the healing. I'm not gonna waste those. Yeah, we're happy with that though. That works. Oh, you know what? Let me change this to customize. Whoops. No, you are not on the team, sweetie. Sorry. Bop, bop. Bop. Okay. Yeah, so for me, I just do this so I can actually remember who the hell's on each team. Like, which save data I was building stuff out for. Okay, so that is done. Let me go grab... Cool. I mean, hey, so this means we can actually test this now, which is cool. As soon as I find the others. Because we finished hers, right? Oh, yeah, we put... I forgot we put Bob in the middle. Ah, good old Bob. Typhera. Let's get her big old head in the middle. And then we are missing... All right, we gotta do Hilde's, right? Oh, wait, we didn't finish this one, did we? Produce cost. That has retain. Oh, because we didn't get the draw and release. Right. Oh, that should be fine. I don't think I need to spend the divines to fix this. That's whatever. I think for the sake of a video, this is, like, good enough. I don't really care that much. This is one of those things that, like... this is more of a showcase about how much Orlea got nerfed and less about this being a real build, if that makes sense. Multiple cocoon capes stack? They should. We're going to find out together. Yeah, like, we're going to find... This is, like, the first real team that I've put together that wasn't, like, that wasn't bug testing or trying out interactions that... Well, I guess that's also bug testing. Testing out interactions, reporting bugs, stuff like that. So, I finally get to actually play this season at this point. Oh, gosh darn it. Nope. Yep. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab a beverage really quick. And for those... this is a messy screen, so I apologize, but... For those that don't know, this was like basically our target build. Otherwise, if you've been here for a minute since the start of the stream, hey, go grab some water. Take care of yourself. Have you eaten something recently? Have you taken care of yourself? Go do that if you haven't already. I'm going to grab myself my favorite drink in the world, a nice lemon Pepsi. And my stomach is now not yelling at me anymore because I was feeling super sick after work. So I need to go grab like a granola bar or something really quick. So I'll leave this up for everybody, but give me like 2 minutes just so I can stomach something now that I'm not in pain. And then we're going to go test this and see how well it works and go make, start working towards a video that complains about how much Orlea got nerfed and be really upset about it. Yes. So I would never recommend retain on Quiver Reload. It just works because we're never casting Quiver Reload until the turn that we want to do our big damage nuke. So in this case, it works out quite well, actually. So I am worried about how much draw we have because I haven't mathed this out, but because of Inquiry 5, which is this, we should have enough free draw baked into this kit. I haven't gone into the actual math of any of this. It's just like, hey, we should have enough draw, so. Yeah, if you mean the vulnerable, yes. So we will have a lot of debuffs that are stacking up on the enemy. So anyways, go grab some water, grab a snack, grab a tea, whatever it is. I will be right back in just a second. Oh, no, yeah. So to answer your question, Shark in a Jar, the growth acceleration, it has a very specific wording to it. So, like, I would have to use it to trigger something like Form Convergence, where it says retain effect, draw 1. The retain on the quiver arrow is just like a, hey, keep this in your hand sort of thing. So, honestly, that's one that I always get tripped up on, but I'm curious to see how that gets expanded on in the future. Also, this is like my totally not sponsored, but I'm going to shill this anyways, but for those that don't know, this is like my, oh god, green screen, but this is absolutely my favorite drink in the world, and I spent way too much money on it at the 168, but I know it sounds crazy, but if you ever have the chance to try lemon Pepsi, gotta give it up to lemon Pepsi. There is nothing that hits better than a Fami Chiki and lemon Pepsi, man, in Japan. Any support, Hilde? Yeah, so I built, actually, wait, I don't think I actually built that one out now that I think about it. Homing arrow. Oh, this was a theory craft test. This one can be nuked as well. So I don't have one here, but I do have my... Yeah, there we go. I have this build. That is linked in the everywhere, basically. So it does get a little bit awkward because you're definitely going to want to min-max a little bit more, just like how you plan out your divines. But the difficult part about her kit in general is because depending on which desires you take and what other teammates you want to lean in on, you're very quickly going to realize that Hilde gives you too much draw. Like, yes, that is legitimately a thing. You will draw too many cards, which then means if you really want to further optimize her kit, you should actually consider cutting something like a draw and release and instead getting an extra neutral that will boost more damage or, you know, give you an AP if you need it. Just like there's other things that you want to prioritize if you know that you have enough draw. Now, again, for a lot of people, you really, you know, won't have to care about that level of min-maxing, and it's just more of like a how much do you want to push the builds. But I would recommend something like this as just like generic templates that are going to be good for like 80% of people. And yes, I do have the, oh, my bread just beeped. I do have the build. Actually, that reminds me. I don't think I ever made that layout. All right, I'm gonna grab my bread really quick. But before I forget again, I do want to build out a proper command. Where is the commands? Wait, what is this one linked to then? Why is this not letting me edit? Sorry, trying to go through the back end bot to see if we can add a link to the Google Docs really quick. Oh, I know what that was. That was the old. Got it. Okay, hold on. Wait, I think I got this. Build for every unit in CZN can be in CZN. Build for every unit in CZN can be found in the build guide. And then let me grab the link really quick. And then copy. Yes. Okay, hold on. Does this work? Oh, I don't have the thing pulled up. All right, let's see if I fix this. Infographics. Nope. I am indeed very terrible at this. It should be connected. Let's try this again. All right, well, it doesn't want to work on either one. So I will just figure this out after. Womp womp. Probably have to reset it or something. Because it all looks correct in the back end, right? Like this looks correct. Ah, well. Boop. That's the streamer bot nonsense in the background. All right, let's get back to this. And let's test this build really quick. And, whoop, not that. I'm going to stuff my face with some bread really quick. Oh, actually, let's get the next creator music up as well. All right, let us try to save this horrible build. Oh, well, there you go. New boss just opened, too. Oh, gosh darn, I forgot we got to go through all. Okay, well. I guess we got a little bit of work to do here. God, that's still super hot. Damn. Oh my God. Who am I looking for again? And then we're missing Orleia. I need to start like just searching for them by the damn elements. That'd be so much easier. Because the other real test for this build is figuring out how high or how fast, right, we can cap out Orleia's softy. Oh, nope. God, we have so many cards to spam. This is like the worst outcome of getting all AP. I guess it does have the extra damage too, but like you want double draw off that is ideally what you want. Okay, so that'll have retain, so it won't get cycled. This cycles itself, this cycles itself. Okay, so we should be set after this first turn. Oh god, oh no! Oh! Oh god, all that extra draw instantly was very interesting. Oh my god. Yeah, remember how I said I wasn't that worried about the extra draw? There you go. Holy shit. Now, here we want to make sure that we get Event Horizon in our hand before we start playing out our archetype cards, because we want this to get its maximum amount of buffs. And I need to make sure I save one draw in my hand so that I can actually loop into the arrow. Oh god, man. So, notably here, I should also be looking to maximize our triangle buff. So there is a point where I probably should be swapping these all over if we're going for like a turn 2 OTK. So, for those that don't know, wherever it's at, this one, right? So here's our buff. We need to stack triangle 10 times. And Softy is only at 100 out of, or a third of the way there. I mean, I guess this is only turn 2, so it's not really that big of a deal. And the last card is one more of those. Yes, I guess we'll build this up for a couple turns. I'm worried about the 0-in actually killing them, if I'm being super honest. You know, we want his health to stack up, so just for the sake of showing this full, like, interaction. Actually, I forget if homing arrow... Actually, I forget this targets the most HP? I have to assume it does, right? Because I know her arrows will target different things. Yeah. Enemy with the highest HP. So cool. Here's functionally what we want to do, right? This is already at max upgrades. We're going to go ahead and just spam our sortie, or our softy. We have the quiver reload, which is going to give us the arrow in the deck. You can see that it's doing 5,800 before we even get the vulnerable triggers. So we have 9 vulnerable triggers on the boss. We don't even have ionization maxed out. And then so we will use Event Horizon, which is going to give us the damage boost as well as drawing the arrow. So not the worst, but definitely could be better damage-wise. So again, our point of reference is going to be how much damage can we stack in 6 turns is normally what we've been basing off of, but now the question becomes how fast can we stack Softy while also getting our other buffs online? So for the sake of looping through this, I'm just going to kill this guy. Hopefully as quick as possible. And then we'll do it. We'll go for like the full combo on the last, or rather the highest difficulty. All right, very good RNG on that one because it gave us gave us 3 buffs into damage, 1 buff into draw, and really can't complain about that. This is really just the Typhara special of her providing us with infinite AP, by the way. I mean, he should be dead in one turn, right? Like, there's no way he's not just dead here. I guess technically I don't have a way to draw to. I should have sequenced that probably a little bit differently. But that's fine because, I mean, he's just gonna die on the start of turn, right? So sure, we'll go for the... So we get the 21k from the 0 in, and then the immediate trigger off the arrow. So yeah, not exciting for that value, but I am really pleased with how this is very easy to stack up the vulnerable and keep the vulnerable up. So if like, this is no longer just a OTK build. This is a OTK build that ramps up while still doing 20 to 30k damage a turn. Like that's not terrible. If we had better extra attack stats, I'm sure it would be doing quite a bit more damage, but now we are going to go through the okay. I was just making sure he didn't have like any weird debuffs, but he has elasticity, which we don't care about. Yeah, that's fine. So now we're going to try to go for the full ramp up and see what our damage is going to be. Like, honestly, because of the low base of Grand Arrow, if we can clear 200k, I'm happy. I know that's not going to sound like a lot of damage, and it's not, but also keep in mind, this is with your Leia nerfs. Might as well play out all our debuffs, get all of our extra draws. And so in 6 turns, we'll be able to take a screenshot of what our full buffs look like. Oh, damn. All the draw on that one. Okay, so even upgrades across the board. We're going to have this to be able to turn into the vulnerable debuff. And unfortunately at this point, it is a little bit of just rinse and repeat forever. We want to trigger Will of Light because it's going to give us another trigger for him. Oh, almost forgot our ionization. Okay, so here's a good example. We've overdrawn our deck. We have 45 0-in triggers. So we really got to try to actually... Now that I think about it, we actually have to try to not max out this damage so we can go the full 6 turns without accidentally killing him. I have no idea how that's going to work. Dang. This might honestly be harder to test than I was expecting. This guy does not really have a lot of health. So we do this. Do Will of Light to get out of our hand. Oh, God. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a bit of an awkward situation to be in. Okay, gave us the 1 AP to cycle back so we can get rid of the Inquiry Claim cards. Create more of these, play that again, play this out. I will say it's really nice how consistent this is just from a AP and draw perspective. Ooh, that is what you love to see, actually. Every point going into damage amp. Hell yeah, brother. That's the first time I've had that happen. Holy shit. Love that for us. So this is, again, another example where we have a hand set up where we could dump everything and let the event horizon draw into the quiver reload to do the full damage. But, again, I want to try and get more buffs going, get more stuff going, and ramp this up as much as we possibly can. More AP that we're just not going to use. Okay, another time where if we don't need the AP, I could have used this to try to change them into the triangle buff because, again, that's the other one we're trying to build up here. So we have Softy, which is already halfway there. And then we have the actually, Triangle's... Damn, Triangle's almost there, too. Okay, so if we... I guess if we fix this build, you could set up like a turn 3 OTK. So I guess the main trade-off with Orlea's nerf is that you just do it faster and just not do as much damage. So that in 3 turns, you just pop it off and then rebuild up in 3 turns again and then do the full damage. Now, of course, that's not as fun as just doing the full big damage for this. So we're going to let this ramp up for four more turns. Maybe not. Okay, maybe. Damn. Yeah, so anyway, 0-in's pretty good, huh? Oopsies. I need 0-in to not do a bunch of damage, man. If that's okay. All these wonderful 0-cost cards that just happen to cycle themselves and clog up our hand. No! Oh, not what we want. Hold on, what's left? So we do have a arc. Okay, so draw, hopefully get the AP. AP, get that buff. Okay, we do want to play the knowledge, though. I don't honestly know if we can avoid killing him or not this turn. I'm gonna really hope we don't accidentally kill him. That's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, she's like, I'm ready to go, bro. Like, let's fire this off already. Okay, so for prosperity, in case this kills him. Where are we? We're at... Okay, so Triangle is maxed out. Event Horizon is not... This is the new infinite scaling damage amp, by the way. Event Horizon does not have a cap. You just gotta RNG the shit out of it. Draw and Release is the one that she always has. Okay, so Softy actually could cap out as early as turn 3. Obviously, we could have just, like, copied her skill a bit better. But everything else is online otherwise. Yeah, I think unfortunately we might kill him. Because this is always going to hit highest HP. And he has all these stacks on him, right? Because of all the extra stuff. So we have Weaken. Jesus, 12 stacks of Vulnerable. Holy shit. We have 12 stacks of Vulnerable, but our Ionization is not maxed out. Okay, for the sake of... We need this to... We want to ramp this up one more turn. Actually, are we one... I think we're one trigger away from Softy, so technically we could just play this. But I really want to hope this doesn't kill him. Okay, it didn't crit. It didn't crit. We're good. Everything's fine. We get another turn. This is great. We get to do all the fun stuff now. Now, again, downside here is that, like, this is all we get. This is the only turn that we get to do all this. Now, again, Softy's already capped, so I'm going to free up my hand just to, like, play through this combo. Ionization's going to be maxed. I am going to... Or wait, no, we already have... We have Triangle max, I said, right? Oops. Right, no, it's this one. Yeah, where am I? Okay, yeah, triangle. Okay, so everything is buffed, maxed, but Event Horizon. So the last thing for us to check is we want to zero out the deck, which we're going to do, like, right now. Play our other draw 1, AP 1. So now we have, I guess these are maxed out, does not matter. So we drew 10 cards, so this is going to get full damage amp. This is not a great modifier, but it's literally just extra damage. That's what we got. Oh! Ah, man. Event Horizon giveth and Event Horizon taketh. That feels bad, man. All right, well. I guess let's just go up to maximum amount anyways, right? So, now that we have 0, now the way this combo is going to work, we're going to play our Quiver Reload on our infinite mana that we have. It's going to put a 9,000. Jesus Christ. Man, what's funny is this is technically not our max damage, right? Let me click out of CZN just so I can make this happen again. Do that. So what buff are we missing before I forget? Because I do want to take a screenshot of... Because I know we can further optimize this. Yeah, so... Oops, no. We gotta grab this into our new oh shit, I need a new tab. I did not make a new template yet. Okay, so Archetype, Event Horizon, Draw and Release, Softy. What are we forgetting? What other buff is there? Oh, okay, right. Sure. Softy on use counts on top of the 350. So that does matter. We have infinite stacks of vulnerable. Where's our vulnerable debuff? Oh wait, this is our buff. Where's the enemy's debuff? Okay, so then on the enemy, we have the full stacks of ionization. And sorry, I'm just taking a bunch of screenshots as quick reference. Oh, that's his increased damage. I'm like, where's he taking damage amp from? We have 13 stacks of vulnerable. Whoop. Okay. So just for those that are reference, like this is what I'm trying to grab, right? Because our previous moves to the side. Our previous point of reference was this one. This was the Typhera OTK video that I did. But again, this was before Softy was not capped. So now Softy is at 350. We had 885 previously, but then we also have the Draw and Release. So if they shift some of the damage amp into the other combatants, we didn't crash, we're good. I could see it being still okay. Hey, Yang, welcome on in. Forbidden Hypothesis buffs any cards or just the owner's card? Just the owner's card. It's all buffs are self-referencing in this patch, or in this season, it looks like, so far. Okay, so I have to pray like hell this crits. So we are at, what did I just say? 9,000? And again, this is going to be our draw to trigger it, and he has all the vulnerable on him. And again, keep in mind, the only reason why we're using this combination in particular is because we're relying on this. So we get a free 4 morale, because why not? But notably here, right, the 5 inquiry. When a harmful effect is applied to the enemy, draw 1 card. So it just gives us a free draw 2 into these claim cards. Or sorry, inquiry. Okay, let us hope this... let me hide this really quickly so I can... Nope, wrong one. Let me hit a little recording just so I can grab the damage number in case I'm not fast enough. Oof. Yeah, only 85k. I was really hoping that we could help this break 100k, man. Womp womp. Oh, did I miss a DR? Oh, you're right. Ah, oh shit, that was turn 4 I said, right? Is it just like a... I guess, how does damage reduction work in this game? I gotta go percentage decrease. Yeah, but I mean, that's still only like, what, 120? It'd be like 100, it'd be like 140k, right? Assuming that you have had everything, like, set up properly, it should be about 140k damage. So, 140k, what is my... Where is my, what was my Hilde, or Heidi Mari one? Hold on, let me go look that up. Heidi Mari. Oops, nope. Channel, not metrics. Videos. Yeah, so Heidi Mari broke 1.1 million in 6 turns. So for context then, we went from, because that was turn 4, right? Let's be generous and say that was turn 3. So our OTK potential, or actually no, wait, what is the base value of Heidi Mari? Hold on. Or wait, no, we didn't use, because they didn't fix this, right? Oh, right, but this one we could increase the base damage of because it counts differently for the blades. Where for Grand Arrow, we don't have a good way to build it up for the base damage. right? So this one only has the 600 base built in, where this has, this is scaling. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're just never gonna get that high because of the extra value that she has baked in. I guess this whole thing is like take it into tower, right? And then use this on the, could we, you know what? I guess maybe that's what we do then. Oh, I gotta hit stop recording. I forgot to. I guess, you know what? We can go clear tower, and then technically we should be able to take this in a tower because 0 in is just going to kill stuff. So maybe that's what we do. Let's go. What time is it? Okay. Did I finish my Tenebria run? Huh. All right, well, I guess let's finish. I must have done the Tenebria, but I forgot. Let's finish tower, and then I guess we can try to... We could try the Grand Arrow against the 135 tower guy, right? Because that'll be the comparison point that everyone else and their mothers use. It's just kind of unfortunate because we already know... that's a dead draw. We already know that the damage is going to be limited as early as, like, turn 3, so... It's really going to come down to just how much Typhera can ramp up the damage with Event Horizon while, you know, doing their best otherwise, I guess. Oh, yeah, I totally agree. Like, I understand she's not meant for, like, main DPS role and all that, but... Every season, I'm going to try to make my big bonks, man, and I'm just going to try to keep the big bonks going until somebody tells me no. I tell you, this lemon Pepsi, though, saved my life. Yeah, exactly. It's like, let me just have my big numbers, man. I guess, sure. Let's just burn the shuffle. There's our dice trick. Yeah, I mean, the thing to not miss about the... Oop, did that backwards. The thing not to miss about her build is that we were still doing, like, 20k. So it'll be good, strong enough to clear random adds while we ramp up our big arrow. So, like, there is some benefit to the build as it stands today. Oh, big nuke. Oh, getting triple one's not exciting. I will say the one thing that still bothers me about her kit is, like, I want Blazing Mordance to not just be a one and done, man. The card is just, like, so insanely strong. If she can clear 135 boss, it's good enough to be a DPS. I guess we're gonna find out. I feel like I should be able to clear that boss with her, though. Because here's the thing, like, we're able to we just showcased how fast that she can ramp up, which is like a big deal. So we're gonna get to spend that entire, like, you know, first 4 waves going into that boss, making sure that we have all the damage amp that we need. And if we don't one-shot the boss, we can still at least follow it up very quickly with another high damaging arrow. Oh yeah, I totally get in the bigger picture why it exhausts, but there was a early leak that her E2 changed that card to not be an exhaust. And like, I will just, because I have that information now, like that'll just always be in the back of my mind of like what we could have had with her kit. So yeah, I will say maybe it's a little bit unfortunate it's taking me like this long to get all this like testing and all that stuff done, but at least this means like by tomorrow we should have the base numbers done, so we can at least like make a video for either tomorrow night or early Thursday, I guess. Also, do love our hour-long cinematic of Heaven's Fall, by the way. Never change. So many buffs to keep track of. Alright, not allowed to have nice things apparently. You know what? Sure, man. You know, I really thought we could get the tenacity break on that one, but, okay. Oh, shit. How many cards are in our hand now? Okay, we're just not having a good time with this boss. There we go. Again, obviously these are not doing as much damage if we don't have the buffs for them. Excuse me. Oh my god. I will say the more I got to check out her kit, the more I definitely enjoyed playing it. It's just a shame that she fell in like a very awkward season, right? I think she does still get the benefit of playing well into the desired mechanic, but otherwise, she does feel a little forgotten. And I will always complain about it, like, oh my god, the sitting here and watching all the Heavens Fall play out, man, is rough. Oops, that is the combo one. Yeah, this dude has 179k health. Holy shit. I guess that is a little bit to overcome HP-wise. Oh, I guess we gotta find a source of water so we get extra draw here. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Iceberg Cleave spam all over again. Should be everything right? Yeah, okay. Oh. Play these out all individually now. Around 200k HP. Oh yeah, because the heal part. Man, I'm sure glad we get this tenacity point back after we play our big spell. Yeah, this boy thick. And that's gonna give us another full house. Devil Dice, Inferno, Mika card, another full house. Oh my god. Yeah, like again, this is the major downside otherwise of just having us spend the time to go through all the animations. We need Cassius and... Oh, I don't need that. Alright, burn one of those in sequence just to play them all out faster. Still did not get a Cassius card. Hello? Oh, is it just the Persona left? Okay, well we can Devil Dice into Source of Water and that'll give us the Persona card guaranteed. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Now everybody's happy. Now we got everything. Gotta like try to spam, like the 8 PM is so intense, right? Like I want to spam them all out fast enough so I can cut down the animation time between in between or Heaven's Falls. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful, love it. Minus the elasticity kicking in there, by the way. There we go, and one more for good measure. Why do I feel like she doesn't have like a... She might be missing an artifact piece or something, because I swear our damage should be higher. Like, oh, please don't discard my Devil Dice, man. Discarding the Persona card hurts my soul. Oh, damn. I am not paying attention to health. I thought he would have enough debuffs on him by chance. Alright, well, I guess we'll just loop this real quick. I mean, I guess he's not going to act anymore, right? Like, no matter what, we definitely kill him here. Oh, did I mess up my draw sequencing? I think I did. Oh, wait, no, I'm out of cards anyways. Okay, no, that should be correct. Oh, I don't think I got the last card in there. I think I got one. No! A lot of games give the option to skip animations. Yeah, it's something that we've been, like, asking for quite a bit. Okay, well, that was kind of scuffed, I'll admit. Definitely not my best, Faye, but... I'd like to get her sticker. There's only a few more waves, right? Like, what could go wrong? We definitely did not get them. I would very much love and appreciate getting to skip through. As I'm sure many others would as well. Yeah, we haven't even found our full house quest yet. Which I guess if we don't have our full house quest, then playing these out do not matter. Or the sequencing of playing out stuff does not matter. Damn, all our buffs must be at the bottom of the deck, man. Literal last card, by the way. Okay. This is one of those waves where, like, you reset just out of principle. Rude. We did it. We got our full house back. And again, you always want to make sure that you're applying your damage buffs before you just go into like your Inferno spam, which for us might be a little bit more difficult. Oh yeah, there was still a shuffle in there of all things. The reason I'll not get rid of Joker. Okay, but the thing is, like, you generally just want the Joker once then, right? And then your setup is done and everybody's happy. That's how it should be anyways. I get that doesn't always happen, though. Alright, man. Try to get all those extra animations in back-to-back again. Did not work out so well. Damn, that boy really still alive. Forgot to ask earlier, but what gave you the ability to choose which character is getting the dupe card after the boss in Chaos? So that is part of the Zero System upgrade. It's one of the buffs that you eventually unlock. And sure, he can just vibe till the next turn. Let's heal up a little bit. Let's be smart about that really quickly. Okay, no dice. Or wait, no, hold on. We can shuffle some draws here. Okay, we're not gonna shuffle to another source of water, unfortunately. Hey, Roach, welcome on in. Catalyst boy. Gotta play a Fey card here to get a full house. Alright, bro, where's the Persona cards at? Don't be doing me like this. Man, I know you got them. Not getting a Mika draw here either for like a second full house. There we go. Give me a full house. Cycle to 10. Rude. Oh, we don't have a full house draw, so it's, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna waste Cassius's ability here either. Like, it is what it is. Damn, didn't. Not fast enough, man. We're gonna have to click another card. I'm trying my best. Is there not like a right click, like auto use? That'd be so sick. No, all good. It's a very common question. Elasticity, oh wait, this guy, I guess this one didn't have it. Oh shit, we got us straight off the start. That's very nice. Alright, we need a Cassius and a Mika for another full house. Yeah, again, biggest downside of like this team comp or just using Cassius in general is like, man, you got so much extra sequencing and cards to spam and draws to do, and you just keep going forever. Another full house. Oh, I think we're one short on... Okay, hold on. So that gives us another full house, which means we want to shuffle back. Okay, so we got free up a hand space. We want to shuffle back the Persona to discard them, and then... Oh, is it double Persona left? Gosh darn it, it is. Alright, well that's a little unfortunate in the sequencing world, but... We're gonna get another Heaven's Fall. Okay, well... One more Heaven's Fall, and then we get to do the Soulfire Dance for infinite value. And again, we could always just move cards back to hand if we wanted to, but yeah, times 11 is pretty sick. Or sorry, 12 because of the extra ability. So nice. Now Big Ugly Boy. Oh, I do love getting to start with our Persona cards, though. That's nice. We do want to burn her ability to get the full house going, and then fix our hand that way. Okay, so we need a Mika draw. It's not what we want. Okay, Mika draw, gonna give us another full house. I should have... Client's lagging. Might crash, might crash. So this turn is all about just like playing out our hand, making sure that we're sequencing our buffs the right way. Again, we're gonna be able to draw through our entire deck now because it's just the zeros left because we got the devil dice, and we should be good. I mean, Cassius is good with any multi-hitter in the game is the main thing to consider. But yes, otherwise it is time to build him. All right, let's see what kind of damage numbers we can get. Because it's on hit, right? Yeah, on hit. So as long as we just beat the shit out of him. Oh boy, howdy the lag. Again, I can't tell if it's like my PC dying, like the updates to the stove, man. Oof. Been rough. We will do this. And then we can do a full shuffle back. Oh, never mind. We're gonna do enough damage anyways. What card do you want to dupe on him? So we actually are using the build that I would recommend. Like this is of course for season 3 in mind, where we're on season 4. But this is like the standard generic build for him last time, and it's still very close to getting to the full value of 20 morale. The thing is, we're in this weird situation where because of Rangers, like season 4 has so much more value, but like some engravings, I have to like go back and think about how much damage you can get through like the various engravings, because maybe if you high roll and get every perfect engraving, maybe season 3 does more damage. But the biggest thing about Cassius in season 4 is that with survival buff and Cassius's, changing around a couple cards in Cassius's kit, you can get to 20 morale just by himself. And it's actually 20 morale, 6 fortitude, and 6 resolve that you can do with his entire kit. So like you get a shit ton of sustainability and damage with Cassius. Yes, once you, and it took me a couple days too, but like once you understand how to build out better desire cards, you definitely feel a bit stronger. Well, not necessarily an exciting opening turn for us by any means. Yeah, I wanted to do a Cassius 7 for a tower just to like troll and whatnot. But like, my god, dude, like he just does it all. Oh yeah, I'm done. Before I make the same mistake again, I gotta kill the eggs. I literally made the same mistake last time, bro. Well, the real question, right, is when are we getting a 5-star Cassius? But I definitely agree that my boy could do with a outfit upgrade. Well, again, I think the biggest thing is that we recognize they just have to nerf him in his current form. Like, no matter what, I think we have to live with the idea that Cassius has to get nerfed in some meaningful way before we ever see a 5-star version of him. I guess he's not hitting for that much now. It's fine. He can't hurt me. It's fine. Oh, there's my double dice. Damn, triple double dice at the end, no less. Haha, get morale reduced, idiot. Thank you, Cassius. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to go through the Heavenfall animations, bro. Just eat the X cost. Always feels bad when you get a random ass 000 that you're not happy to see ever. Oh. Get a Mika draw. I'm just trying to like get as many reductions now as possible. Okay, I think I just have to take this one on the chin, as it were. And then we're just gonna have to deal with the consequences of our actions. Let's go. There it is. I'm like, please let me get my Persona card, man, before we go crazy on this. Okay, so now look at the last Persona card. We'll go through our 10-hour-long animation spam. Okay, yeah, he's definitely dead to the X. I mean, at this point, I might just burn her 6th source of water to heal back up. Like, damn. Nice, perfect, perfect counter into an extra full house. Try to get like one more Cassius card for the 3rd quest completion for the turn. There you go. We are at max defenses now with Cassius. Love that for us. Yeah, and at this point, I mean, we just pop off new stuff. Because again, a lot of them are just going to have the morale reduction, so we just don't take any damage. I meant to save our last full house for the shuffle. Oops. Okay, so 1 card left, because there should be 1 Persona, right? Did I miscount? No, okay. There's the last Persona. Use that, use that. Cast all. Oh, I think I just misclicked. Damn. I think one of those Heaven's Falls went into the minions. Not what we want to see, boys. Oh no, that was just a visual lag. Nice. Okay, we're somehow clawing through this at this point. Or wait, this is the guy you're supposed to hit a shit ton of times, right? Change a monster's summon depending on the conducting count? Oh no, this is the guy that has sturdiness. This is the guy that counters us. My bad. Boy, howdy, I'd love to draw a Cassius effect. Well, damn, partner, that's a lot of damage. All right, sure, get that out of our hand. And of course, it's the 1-cost Devil Dice that got shuffled because I ain't fixed that one yet. Yeah, all right. We just gotta take it on the chin, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. We don't need another full house. It's very unfortunate. Like, the sturdiness is going to build up, and we're just not going to be able to do anything meaningful to this guy. And a 2 extra source of water from Mika is not really providing a lot for us. I generally like trying to go through the tower without ego skills, but it's not looking good. And again, trying to save the Blazing War Dance for the final wave, of course. Oh, right. Yeah, this is definitely where, we talked about how good the torture, right? Because they nerfed it, unfortunately, right? I did have this farmed on all of my characters, or like the supports, which made this just super easy, but unfortunately, they made tower harder by nerfing it. Let's draw, which is going to trigger combo, give us another quest completion for -3 more morale. So again, yeah, these guys are doing like negative damage now, thanks to the morale decrease. So yeah, I think we're safe at this point. That's fine. Let's get Night Rain out. The 135 boss is absolutely a check for a lot of people. Based on builds, not having memory fragments built out yet, like, whatever it is, you name it. He's a pretty mean guy. Oh, damn, we're one, I was not paying attention. We're 1 draw short now because we don't have the last Persona card. A little bit of oopsies on that one. You know what? We'll try to set this up for like a 2-turn, I guess, if it works. Yep. Yeah, I'll say that was going to do a shit ton of damage. And then we're just going to burn this to do all the damage onto the other guy. Because again, no matter what, we're going to be able to do 12k here pretty quickly, and then it's all about killing the other guy when he's enraged. That's 48 plus whatever his shield's at. Oh shoot, we still had her ability tanked up. Ooh, that is a very bad draw. Okay, well. Nothing a little dice trick can't do, baby. Dealing 0 damage now. I guess technically if he's doing 0 damage this turn, we should still split the damage to try to kill the, or get his shield down. Since we are just not taking damage this turn. I can feel the client dying in real time, man. This has got to be still a little bit stressful. Need to cast a Mika card here to get another full house. I think I just overdrew. No, there's our persona, though. Oh boy, she really chugging along, I tell you. Oh, well, shit. That last X spell, man, I totally forgot. It doesn't factor in crit damage, right? So, depending on how the crit streak goes, he might actually die to this, unfortunately. Oh, no, right, because elasticity. Elasticity just saved our... Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so we got to turn to... Just kidding. They're all dead. It's fine. Fine. Never didn't have it. Oh, they have a new... Oh, they're doing an assigned, oh, what are they called? I was gonna say Shiki board, but that doesn't sound right. They're doing the signed, art boards for Hilde. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can, get our sticker for Faye. Is this her best build that we have, though? This is like her support build. I don't think the draw is better. It's fun. What the hell was that? That was a fever dream. I think it was just this one that we were doing for the flame arts. But that's like if you have the E6 done. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. Like, I still think this is the best one of them. If you're at E0, that is. Alright, so, Cassia's saving our ass and hopefully a decent start. We're good. So notably, we don't want to open up Devil Dice because we do want to try to draw out the rest of the stuff. Actually, really nice that we have a bunch of our one-cost cards already in hand. To see if we can cycle into the right stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to cycle into the right stuff I was hoping for. I guess no matter what, we should cast out these. Alright, unfortunate. Absolutely not the start you're hoping for here. Oh my god, we don't even have his quest completion yet, man. Boy, howdy, this is dire. I don't think we can get enough morale decrease in the amount of turns that we have left, or actions we have. Which means we want to save the shuffle until after they attack to try to heal up that way. I guess that's fine. We can still heal a little bit. What's the last card? The last card is a draw? Ugh. Oh, we were one action count away. Damn. Which pair do I think is stronger, Hilde Faye or Hilde Hugo? Great question, actually. I don't know. Gut reaction, I'd want to say Hugo. I don't know, though. Hugo kind of has the same issue that Adelheid has, right? Like, people just don't like the character, so they want to cope and say the character is bad, so they never have it. They never have to worry about using them. It was so funny, dude. Like, even today, I guess this is 2 days ago now because of time zones, whatever. 2 days ago, there's like a Japanese whale player that has E6 like everybody. And people were just shitting on him for putting E6 Adelheid as double S tier, as like one of the best units in the game. And the reality is, she is. Even at E0, she is one of the strongest units in the entire game. And people are like, oh, no, Adelheid's not good. We don't like Adelheid. Adelheid's trash. You know, get her out of here. Why would you rate her so high? I'm like, damn, y'all just angry for being angry, man. Like, what the hell? And everyone's got their own reasons for rating her low or whatever, but it's just so cringe how people have reacted to Adelheid, man. And again, Hugo, I think, got a lot of the same flack at launch, but we're so far past that. Yeah, Hugo, very unfairly, in my opinion, got kind of dogged on, no pun intended, at launch. But I think that dude's just neat, man. Oh yeah, this is the guy that we just like auto solo because we can just reduce his stacks to nothing. God, I have too many cards. Yep, hand is full. I knew that was coming. I screwed up. Oh, I just burned my full house then, so I can't even draw. Yep. All right, I lost double personas this turn. That's my fault. Huge damage loss. Yeah, his lobby screen art is just pure goodness, right? Like, you can't really be upset at him. Oh! Oh, they got an update video? Oh, okay, hold on. Nice. Let's watch this together. I'm very curious. Where's OBS? So a lot of you might know there was a game called Limit Zero Breakers that I was super hyped about, and they just have a video come out about their thoughts on the prologue and what type of improvements that they're going to be making. So
gotta get ready. Need to go live.
See what they have.
Hello, everyone watching this video. My name is Ria, the recursive interface archive of the Skyweaver Weaver Whale. In this video, I'll be sharing the latest news about the Weaver Whale with all of you.
I hope they address the multiplayer issues.
Limit Zero Breakers.
So it's not a Genshin clone, it's actually a Monster Hunter clone, funny enough. And, okay, it's also a Grand Blue Fantasy clone because everything about this game is pretty much just ripped off story-wise from Grand Blue Fantasy. Which, again, as y'all know, I'm always playing on the side. But, like, the fact that you could just craft your best weapons for free was really, really nice.
Prologue test. It was a short voyage, but
Unfortunately, there was, like, just so many bugs with the prologue test and stuff.
We couldn't have had such an amazing first voyage without you. Thank you so much! Right now, Limit Zero Breakers is steadily preparing for its next departure toward those coordinates. Today, I'll give you a little glimpse of that preparation process.
No way crafting the best thing for free is making it on the test. No, so actually that is a core part of the game that is staying in. Because the game is the game is basically Monster Hunter, guys. Like, if you've played Monster Hunter, You beat the shit out of a boss 50 times, you make their weapon, right? That is absolutely going to stay in the game. Like, there's breakable parts, all that stuff is in the game. However, obviously, you're going to be pulling for things like characters, and Ball is definitely going to be the character.
We're preparing. Let's take a look together.
Okay, expanding endgame content that immediately has my attention.
Improvement checklist confirmed. Then let's begin playback.
But my biggest thing is seeing how they improve combat and multiplayer experience.
Is combat. Our goal is to make combat even more engaging when you build a party and fight together, while also delivering satisfying hands-on action that feels rewarding every time you take control. To make both of these aspects more impactful, we're refining each character's role and introducing a new buff synergy system. We've also separated
What does that mean?
from the resource system, allowing them to be used as soon as they're off cooldown. This reduces friction in combat and lets you focus on what matters most.
I will say this game is way more fast-paced than Monster Hunter, though,
Combining elements.
for skills and stuff.
We're also improving the controls based on the feedback many of you share.
Controls were fine, honestly.
For example,
I guess I did use the
we're
controller,
refining
but...
the camera system to make it feel more natural. And we're making the elemental reaction system easier to use. On top of that, we're continuing to fine-tune game balance about your
Alright, makes
goals
more
in the
sense.
game. Even a pile of equipment that can be crafted by defeating each raid boss, expanding progression beyond just weapons. We're also preparing a variety of endgame challenge content.
Alright, well...
Includes weekly rotating challenges.
So, raid bosses make sense because, again, everything about this game screams Grand Blue Fantasy, and they even copied the Primal Beast aspect. So I guess I should have just assumed that they were going to do this. So the raid bosses are probably going to be the new weapons, right? Because we got such a limited preview of the weapons that you could craft in the beta, because there was only the three bosses? I forget now. There's only the 3 different bosses. So yeah, sure. Call them raid bosses. I don't care. We're getting new monsters to hunt to make new gear. We get it.
Featuring specialized raid bosses, a trial system that lets you customize.
And also, again, quick note. Remember that this is all 3-person multiplayer at the time of what we've tested. So weekly challenges could actually be really cool.
The difficulty to your preference, and as the ultimate objective, an erosion raid where you'll assemble multiple breakers to take on a powerful threat.
Makes it sound larger than 3-person parties.
Smoother, more enjoyable adventure by optimizing the overall player experience.
Dude, if they actually get like 6-man raids or some shit, I'm all in.
To help you get comfortable with the game more naturally, we're integrating
Okay, yeah, tutorial rewards, whatever.
experience. We're continuing to develop and refine these features. We're always working to ensure that your valuable time is filled with meaningful and enjoyable experiences.
I mean,
The newly updated
I
regions,
think if they gave the raid bosses like meaningful fights and like strategy, you know, combat interaction,
haven't even met yet.
could be
I'll
good.
be hard at work getting ready. Until the day we meet again. See you on our next voyage.
All right, well, yeah, I would want to see 6-player raids, I guess. That's like the big, the erosion raids, or whatever they just called them. I guess what would even make sense, right? Because you have 3-player party synergies. So you'd want to have, that assumes you would have at least 6 players then, because you'd have 2 different parties that work on their elemental reactions together. Yeah, I wonder what they're cooking on that one. I gotta try to not die. Which, I guess, good for me. I have a shit ton of attacks. I mean, I'm probably just gonna have to eat Fury for a turn, I guess. I can't stack up my morale decreases quick enough. Nope. I was like, the next card has to be a morale decrease, which it was not. No, I mean, I think you're very right. Like, there absolutely could have been more to that video. There's no denying that. And now I definitely have too many Heaven Falls. Alright, well now that's gonna draw my last card, I guess. Okay, so good news is we got our next quest completion for 3 total morale down. But again, morale down is not doing a lot when it's that much damage. I barely moved the needle on that too, Jesus. We should be able to kill him off the Inferno triggers, right? I'm gonna assume at least. Yeah. And again, try and save the War Dance for the final boss. Oh, let me grab another Imperial Ascension real quick. Need to be casting our cards. Okay, hold on. Need to cast one of hers. Draw. Will give us another full house. Did I miss a did I like blank out? Did we cast all of our personas already? So, fire, we have X plus 2. Need to increase my APM so I can cast all my Heaven Falls. What's a collab I'd like to see for this game? Honestly, I have no strong feelings. Again, the thing I'll always say and always tell y'all, like, yeah, I played gacha games in the past, but like when it comes to following a game this closely or like working on guides and all that stuff, CZN is my first game. I'm always looking for new games to try and, that I would deem good enough to make content for and whatnot, but I know that the, I know there's always the joke about the Persona collab, so I'm not going to wish that into the world, but outside of that, I have no real strong feelings. I mean, if I were to get any collab, though, I'd want it to be something more like Made in the Abyss and not like Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Hello Kitty, whatever. Let's see how, just two ends of the spectrum, right? That's what I'm trying to get at here. So that's something that I'd be curious to see how they approach. But again, at the same time, I would not be terribly upset if we got more Epic 7 stuff. Like, I understand that might be the boring answer, but like, I legitimately would love to see more of Epic 7 character designs come over. Oh, shit. We're back, hopefully. Oh, yikes. Uh-oh. Hello, goodbye, hopefully. All right, we're back. I don't know what that was. Now I lost my sequencing. We need a Cassius card. All right, there's Devil Dice. Oh, I did not mean to play the full house yet. Shoot. So we need a Mika card? Yeah, I think I screwed up. Oh no, there's a source of water. Okay, so hold on. We can do this into draw. Oh no, because it's double. It's double persona. Oh wait, no, because we have the draw plus the full house. Yep, okay. And the persona card will get us the last bit of damage we need. Yeah, the breakdown I do see being a difficult part for them in terms of like how they get people to agree, basically. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna use her ego. Yeah, exactly. All I want is something that makes sense for the game, right? I know a lot of people wanted like Cyberpunk, which it would be cool. I will say that. Like, I'm definitely not gonna wouldn't turn down or turn my nose up is what I was trying to say. If we got a Cyberpunk one, but I don't know how it would fit into the game realistically. Big Inferno. Elasticity. Elasticity forever ruining our day, man. One more good bonky, please. Yo, you can't crit? You can't crit? Okay. Okay, yeah, he's super dead. Get Cassius, idiot. Yep. Once again, Cassius just breaking everything. We love our boy. For me, look, I'm super basic, and I get that this is not the how do you say, the popular take on it. But if you're gonna give us fan service, where's the men? Like, I know in the dev stream that they all said, like, oh, the market dictates that we can't sell men. Bullshit, man. Y'all might only make 1 million instead of 3 million, but you absolutely can still make a goddamn million in sales in a month. Like, maybe not a game as big as CZN, but there have been times, like in Genshin or WoW, or forget wherever that. There was a thread that was posted about, like, how one of the best-selling characters was, like, actually a dude. It was the Lucifer ripoff, or, yeah, Lucifer ripoff in, Star Rail? I think he's in Star Rail. I forget now. And he's, like, one of the best-selling characters of all time, or whatever. Like, you gotta put in the effort to sell male characters. Like, don't phone it in, put in the effort, and it'll work. Yes, Fanian, thank you. I apologize, I just know him as a Lucifer ripoff, which, you know, is unfortunate, but when I have literally, where are they? I just had them on my desk. Oh, what the hell? Oh, there they go. But when I have these literally on my desk that I am waiting to frame and find a display for. And yes, that is the Japanese White Scram Blue Fantasy. There we go. I can never figure out the reverse. There's my boys. But Fanian does look cool. Like, that's all I'm going to say. Like, just acknowledge that he is a Lucifer ripoff, and I'm totally okay with it. But, like, MiHoYo has this track record of just shamelessly stealing stuff from Grand Blue Fantasy. And, like, it was so funny just watching Grand Blue Fantasy players, like, finally have enough and just go all out. Like, even the key artwork for Fanian is a trace over of Lucifer. Like, it is so... I think I still have it saved, man. Like, watching people just rip MiHoYo to fucking shreds over it. Hold on. Do I still have it? Oh, yeah. This thread, bro. It was this dude. Does he have the trace on here, or is this the other one? No, this isn't the trace one. Damn. But this is the one where it's like, a lot of people, were like, oh, there was literally a Reddit post of like, oh, can we sue Grand Blue Fantasy because they have a character that looks like so close to the MC, and I'm like, dude, you have no idea. 2014 for this skin. Genshin was 6 years later, right? And there is just so many of these that are like very clear inspirations from either Grand Blue Fantasy or like other games. Like this one also, like I love Bailu as well, but I didn't even put this together until somebody was like, dude, it's the same character. I'm like, oh shit, you're right. But yeah, like all of these are just like other ripoffs that I wish I saved the Fanian one because it's like a 1-to-1 of the trace. I wonder if I wonder if that just comes up under Google. Fanian, Lucifer, trace, HSR. Damn, I'm so mad because it's actually this it's this artwork right here, which is legitimately a trace over. Like it's shameful of how dead ass on point it is. I wonder if there's like the Reddit thread. All right. Okay. I love how they're even giving him the Fa memes as well. Or sorry, I guess I forgot his secondary form is actually Fa's, not Lucifer's. My bad. But I won't get into the whole Fa versus Lucifer and being the same person but not same person sort of thing. Because same body, I guess I should say. Not same person. Very different people. Okay, where are we in our combo? He's like super dead, right? This guy's like beyond dead. We just slam all these really quick. Yeah, okay, he's dead. Yeah, stolen body, no head, but... I forgot, we never got the, God, it's been so long since I read that event, but I don't think we ever got confirmation of where Lucifer's head is at, though, right? I just know that Sandelfon's keeping it in a safe place or whatever. Anyway, can we also talk about how Lucifer is coming back as one in the main story? And we got that teaser in, like, December last year, and we still don't have a update on it. I mean, I know we're obviously building into it with the great upheaval and stuff, but I really want to know when they're gonna have Lucifer come back again. All right, there we go. We did it. Yippee. Okay, so also, can y'all see a trend here? Can y'all see a trend? Can you see a trend if you need help clearing tower, by the way? So I'm going to just keep this meme going. I'm just going to do Mika Cass all the way down, by the way. We'll do this eventually, but again, I've been trying to go back and do this like as a new character comes out, but it's dead ass going to be Cassius Mika all the way down, and we'll do Hilde next. That said, it is late, so... Wasn't it Lucilius? He was doing something during the Phoenix event. Okay, so if you're talking about the preview that happened with the Great Upheaval, the initial before they edited it, the initial ending screen was Lucifer and Fa, two voices as one being combined, and then they changed the scene to just be Lucifer. And it was like, oh, they changed the voice line too. Now I gotta see if I can find that again. It's like the wings that can create, and the wings that can destroy. Great Upheaval. I have to search Reddit for it again, man. But it was the whole thing how they literally changed not only the naming as well as the end quote. So it's one of those things I think they might still be deciding on which way the story is going to go. But as far as we know, Lucifer and Lucilius should be as of one body because of the Estalucia arc and all that stuff. So no damn clue how they're going to do that after 11, 12 years of story and say, oh, by the way, well, obviously they weren't. Anyways, way getting off track. I'm not going to go into Grand Blue Fantasy story because that is a whole deep dive that I am by no means an expert on either, but it is something that I do read and partake in and have to go back and remember because there is so damn much of it. But thank you everybody for joining us here tonight with another look into CZN. I need to go grab some more water or something. I am feeling at least a little bit better. But tomorrow night we are going to be finishing this deck, talking about like how to improve the OTK build, see how it can do on the 135 boss, and then we're going to go into some of the other Hilde showcases. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that follow button if you're on Twitch, or make sure to hit subscribe on YouTube, as it does help out a ton. And if you haven't already, we do have the Desire videos up for both what are the best Desire builds to work with and how do you actually build them, 2 separate videos, so you can check those out as well. But that's gonna do it for me, so until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.